In Matthew 25, Christ tells us that whatever we've done for the least of these in our world, it's as if we're doing it for Him. So that means we can trust that when we serve those who are hungry in our world through the 30-hour famine, we're serving Christ Himself. Now that's exciting. Now, come closer. My name is Laura, and I work at World Vision. I've been working with World Vision for 8 years now, and I've seen thousands of young people around the U.S. change the course of history for millions of people around the world through the 30-hour famine. So if I got a challenge for you, did you know that last year, youth groups in the Puget Sound raised well over $300,000 to bring relief to people in our world going hungry? That's right, people all over our world, including the U.S., were fed because youth groups acted. This year, youth groups are blowing the doors off of hunger with World Vision and the 30-hour famine, so here comes the challenge. I'm looking to see 2 goals met by youth groups in the Puget Sound. So come closer and I'll fill you in. First, I'm challenging you and your youth group to save the lives of 10 kids for an entire year. Are you up for the challenge? That means that your youth group would need to raise $3,600 to feed 10 kids for a year, which is only about $1 a day per kid per year. So what do you think? Do you think your group could raise $3,600 to wipe out hunger in the lives of 10 kids? So, just to recap, the first challenge is for your youth group to raise $3,600 to end hunger in the lives of 10 kids. And I'm challenging 100 youth groups to rise to this challenge. That would mean 1,000 kids around our world saved from hunger by the Puget Sound alone. What an amazing testimony for the poor in our world who don't know Christ. Plus, don't forget that after everything is said and done and the dust settles, whatever we raise will be matched 4 times by the U.S. government grants. Now, if you think that's small potatoes and you think your group can do a lot more than save 10 kids from hunger, then bring it. Go even bigger. Shoot for 20 kids, or maybe 50, or even 100 kids if you dare. Do you think you have it in you? Okay, here's the second challenge. I want to challenge you and your youth group to invite 10 young people in your community to participate in the 30-hour famine with your youth group that don't usually come to youth group or church. So when we get together and fast for 30 hours, not only will the lives of hungry children in the developing world change, but the lives of youth around the Puget Sound will change as well. So maybe you've got a friend from school that you've never invited to youth group for whatever reason. Come on, take a risk. Invite them to participate in the 30-hour famine with you and your group. Who knows what might happen as you and your group get closer to God and each other during this awesome time of fasting, reflection, education, service, and praise. So how are you going to do this, you might say? Hey, I've got nothing to invite them with. Wrong answer. At World Vision, we've produced thousands of these cards that you can use to invite your friends to participate in the 30-hour famine, attend a rally, or even attend the Box City Project at Overlake, Northwest Foursquare Church, or Chapel Hill Church. So grab a big handful of these cards from your youth leader and go big and invite your friends to come to youth group and participate in the 30-hour famine. And while you're at it, grab a poster or 2 from your youth pastor and put it up in a place where your friends will see it. That might be up at a notice board at school, at the climbing gym, the arcade, or maybe even the YMCA. You know where to put it, so grab some tape and slap it up there. Okay, let's recap. My challenge to you and your youth group is to do 2 things. 1, go get after the 30-hour famine, I dare you, and raise funds to save at least 10 kids. And remember, that's only $3,600. I'm challenging 100 groups to do this. 2, invest in the lives of your friends at school and in your community, as I'm challenging 100 groups to have 10 kids there at the famine who normally don't come to church. Now, wouldn't that be awesome if 1,000 young people came to know the Lord as their Savior at churches around the Puget Sound during the 30-hour famine? So, I know I'm asking a lot, and what am I willing to give? My pristine, blemish-free ankle. That's right, you heard me. If these 2 challenges are met by churches around the Puget Sound, I'll be sacrificing my ankle to a World Vision logo tattoo. And can't you just imagine it in 50 years with aging? It's gonna morph into this orange blob of a World Vision logo. And my great-grandchildren will be circled around me, listening to me read them a story, and one will point out and say, "Great-grandma, what's that weird orange blob on your ankle?" And that's when I'll tell them that 2,000 lives were changed. 1,000 in the developing world and 1,000 in the Puget Sound, where people just like you acted and changed our world forever. So, are you in? Because I'm in.